Hi everybody, it's Mikey from Usually Broken Cars, and today we're going to be doing a Temu tool test on an automotive polishing and waxing machine. Now, this is about 18 quid off of Temu, and we're going to use it to polish the headlights on the recently purchased £100 Mini. We're going to put it up against the Milwaukee, which is a far more expensive bit of kit, but it's a great bit of kit. We've had this in the workshop for years. I think Uncle Mike's got his own one as well, nodding behind the camera. So let's do a quick unboxing and then we'll get into it. In the box, what we got, and what I will say is this is the condition it was delivered in. As you will always find with Temu products, the boxes aren't great. It was literally put through over my fence in a paper bag, plastic bag like this. But inside we've got an instruction manual, which we're not that worried about. I mean, it is, to be fair, it is well packaged inside. It's in like a blister pack as well. So you've got the polisher itself, which, I mean, the polisher itself, there's not a lot of weight to it. And then we've got inside there, so a bumpy pad, a flat pad, charging lead, and a sheep's wool pad as well. So I think in the interest of fairness, what we'll do is we'll use the conventional pad so that the two are near enough identical. The Milwaukee has got substantially more weight straight away. It feels a much nicer quality, it's much more ergonomic. The design on this one, whilst it kind of looks like a 50s space toy gun, there's no real grip to it, whereas like with the Milwaukee you feel like it's actually got a decent amount of grip and it actually feels like you could hold it, whereas this, not great. The trigger doesn't feel great either, but the proof's in the pudding, so let's get polishing. We're going to use the 3M Perfect It. It's a sort of a medium. It says it's a fine compound. It's in the middle on their chart anyway, so that's what we generally use to do the headlamp polishing. And then we'll just finish it off with a bit of UV protectant to hopefully stop it cracking as quickly. So let's get it on. I've applied a small amount of polish to the pad itself. So we're going to start with the Milwaukee, give us a nice baseline. So we'll start on this side and we'll get into it. They're not the worst I've seen or the worst I've polished. Generally, just give it a smear round. You don't want to push hard, you want to let the machine polisher do the work for you. Absolutely covered myself in polish. Already the Milwaukee, it's ergonomic. It's got an advantage as well. You've got multiple speeds on this. Now, one is for polishing, which is what we're on now, and it can sand as well, which is 4 times as quick. It's also got adapters either side, so you can put a handle on whether you're left or right-handed, so that you can apply more pressure and have a little bit more control and a little bit more finesse over the job at hand. So I purposefully left a small section under here with just the cream on it. We'll give it a clean and we'll see how much difference it's made. I don't know how well it comes across on camera, but there is a distinct difference between this section here at the bottom, which is unpolished, and this section here at the top. Now with the other headlamp, I think I'll just go straight down the middle because it will make for, an easier view. But you can feel it straight away. This is lovely and smooth and nice and clean. Down the bottom it's still nice and rough. I feel like it would probably benefit from a couple more passes. It's obviously been done before because there are swirl marks all the way through it, and there's still some crazing in it. But yeah, overall, not bad. I think we can do better, but for the purpose of a quick polish, ideal. So same as before, bit of polish on the pad. I'm not going to put as much on because I did go a bit OTT because I'm wearing most of it. But same as before, just going to spread out what I've got on there. We'll try and give a nice dramatic line down the middle. Now, straight away, like I said, there's so little weight to this, and I don't know if the microphone's getting it, but it just sounds like a kid's toy. But to be fair, there is a bit of torque behind it. So again, I'm not pushing, I'm letting the tool do the work. I am going to need a bit more polish. Maybe I was a bit stingy. But I also feel like maybe the Temu pad is actually soaking it up a bit more as well. Either way.
Just in fairness, though, is it worth doing the other half with that pad? So they both use the same pad.
And Mike just raised a really good point. What we'll do is we'll swap the pad to the yellow pad to do the other half of the headlamp to see if the pad is going to make any difference. Because I don't know if you can see this, and I will bring it in, but the pad seems to have soaked up a lot of the polish. Whereas I feel like with the yellow pad, which is, I think you can kind of see, and not only that as well, you can see the dirt on the pad as well. The dirt is a really good indicator that it's actually cutting and taking out of the product. So, like I say, let's have a quick wipe and a reveal. Well, I mean, there is a line, you can see it, I mean, but it's not, it doesn't feel like it's done a great deal. Again, that could be the pad, so we will swap the pad over and use the other half of the pad for the job. But yeah, I'm not blown away. What about you, Mike?
I can't really see the difference.
Yeah.
A little bit. But
yeah, I mean, there is a line, but not a lot. We'll try the pad, see if it makes a difference. So this is now a premium pad with the Temu polisher, just to see if it does make any comparable difference. If it doesn't, then we pretty much know this is a waste of your money and a waste of your time. At the moment, it appears that way, but let's give it a fair chance. There's a bit more dirt on here, so whether that's just more dirt from the product, but one thing I just noticed then, and it stopped. So there isn't I think there's not a lot of talk behind it. Let's have a quick wipe down and see what difference it's made. Yeah, so to be fair, I do feel like maybe the pad has made a difference. You can definitely see bits that I've missed up here, but I feel like the pad has made a difference. If you panel round it just a bit and get it from straight on. I think it's obvious that the Temu is less of a polisher. It is a bit of a toy, really. But it all depends what you want it for. I'm not finished yet, so I think what we'll do is get the Milwaukee on this headlamp and just see what sort of difference it can make, and see if it does bring it up any more, and I think that will be our definitive answer then. Instantly, it feels so much more torquey. After going back to it, the torque is there, and I also feel like if I was to try and stop this using pressure, it would actually damage the headlamp as opposed to stopping the Milwaukee. So we'll keep going. I think it's fairly obvious straight away, the Milwaukee is 100% the better tool. I don't need to wipe the polish off to prove that. Uncle Mike, if you come in, and we'll do the reveal. But I think it's fairly obvious straight away. So, I mean, for a 5-10 minute polish, that looks a damn sight better, to the point where I now want to go back and do the other headlamps some more. Yeah, there's some swirl marks, but actually, that ain't bad at all. What do you reckon, Mike?
Yeah, it speaks for itself. And when you look at the two together, I don't know if you can see it on camera here, but the one on the left is slightly yellower, because you've done another pass on that with a proper machine.
Yeah.
You could do another hit on the left.
Yeah, so we'll do the left one again. Obviously, we did purposely leave the bottom of the left one so that we had that comparison. So The Temu polisher, what do we reckon, Mike?
I wouldn't spend my money on it.
I mean, yes, it was only like 18 quid or something like that. But I think it's the first time I've said this about any tool from Temu. But yeah, in the bin. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, hopefully catch you on the next episode. Bye!